All right, welcome to What's Trend Podcast. It's your boy Storm Sims and look, come on, man. Can I do the thing?
You playing? All right, look, it's your boy.
I'm being dead serious, bro.
Dolo, man. That shit threw me off.
No, I'm
like,
just playing. I'm just playing.
I didn't expect that shit, bro.
Y'all ready, bro?
Hell yeah, come on. All right, go ahead. In my head, go ahead, come on.
All right.
Gotta let me know next time, shit.
Welcome to What's Trending Podcast. It's your boy Storm Sims and my co-host for today.
Dolo, man.
And we got a special guest today, man. Can you please let the people know your name and where you're from, bro?
It's your boy UTK, aka Unknown Till Known, and I'm from Normal, Illinois.
For sure. So today is Memorial Day, man. How do you feel about Memorial Day?
Truth be told, I don't feel nothing, but hey, shout out to veterans though.
For sure that, man. Shout out to all the soldiers, man, that lost their life, and the soldiers out there protecting us, man, so we can do what we do, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people take our freedoms and stuff for granted, you know, but when you go to other places, and that's why I say travel, because especially when you travel to other countries, you'll be more grateful to live in a country like America that our soldiers, fight for, you know what I'm saying, for us to do the everyday things that we take for granted. But Dolo, man, how do you feel about Memorial Day?
Usually on Memorial Day, we put the grill out, you know what I'm saying, and we hang with the family. But today, I wound up looking up the true meaning of Memorial Day, because to be honest with you, I really didn't know. Basically, it's about the people that died and that fought for us in the previous wars that we're trying not to forget. We like basically keeping them, in our spirits, keeping them, just basically like being aware of what happened, like how we got here. Just knowing that we ain't just come here by nothing. I'm freestyling. I'm messing up, but fuck it. Basically, we didn't just get here out the blue. Like, people fought for us to get here. People, did a lot of sacrificing to get here. And so we just paying our respects to the people that protected our country and protected it from getting took over. You feel me? Like bro said, a lot of people take things for granted. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be in a lot of situations if it wasn't for them. So that's the whole meaning of Memorial Day. Just giving appreciation, giving it up, So yeah, that's how I feel about it. Good day. Yeah.
For sure that, man. Across 5 states, 25 tornadoes were reported. Over 18 people were reported dead in Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, and Kansas. So prayers up for everybody that lost their lives to the storms and tornadoes that's been going across those areas and stuff like that, man.
Sure.
Are you guys aware of any of that?
Nah, not really.
I heard a couple things.
I knew we had a tornado watch, like, I think last week in town.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, it's sad, man. Prayers up to the people that lost their lives and got injured and lost their homes and stuff like that. Ronald Acuna Jr. tore his ACL, man. So that's a superstar baseball player, a generational talent in the baseball world. You know what I'm saying? That got injured. Previously, he tore his ACL with his other leg, I think, a couple years ago. But yeah, man. Hopefully he get it together, man, and he get back healthy, man.
A little soon, brother.
For sure. The NBA playoffs are going on. Are you guys aware of the NBA playoffs? Do you guys watch basketball?
I do sometimes, but I ain't been really watching it for real.
For sure. How about you, Dolo, man?
I know the playoffs going on, but watching the game, no, not for real. I ain't really been intrigued with basketball for real. But when it comes to basketball, I'm really more intrigued with WNBA. That's what catches my attention. But shout out to the people playing in the playoffs, man.
Yeah, they definitely going crazy in the WNBA too, for sure, man. I've been peeping Caitlin Clark. I think she played for the Indiana Fever. She been doing her thing. I've been catching some of the games and stuff, man. They definitely doing their thing. Shout out to the WNBA too, man, because they don't get enough recognition.
At all.
For real.
Should have been had a video game by now.
But I think they do got a video game.
Shit, where they sell it at? I ain't never went to game
with
the WNBA game.
So if you buy the game like NBA 2K,
yeah,
they got WNBA on there too.
But they need their own
they own game.
Yeah, because that's still like you gotta share.
For sure. You right. Yeah, man. Shout out to WNBA, man. I don't know, man.
All his life.
Far as the NBA playoffs, man, you got Dallas and Minnesota. It look like Minnesota finna get swept. So by the time this video drop, it's probably gonna be Dallas and Boston. I don't know because the Boston Celtics is playing the Indiana Pacers, but like they might get swept too. So it's looking like it's coming down to Boston Celtics and Dallas Mavericks. That should be a good championship if it's those two teams, which I think it is gonna be.
Sure.
Now, as far as all this stuff going on with Drake and Kendrick and all that, we ain't gonna get too deep into that. You know what I'm saying? Because
It's over.
a lot of people already been talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna get too deep into that. But how do you feel about the whole thing with Drake and Kendrick?
It's entertainment to me.
For sure.
For sure.
Now, recently, you know, Metro Boomin, he dropped a beat, a BBL beat. Basically, I don't know if you want to call it the first diss beat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He basically dissing him on the beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Drake actually hopped on the beat with Sexy Red. So how do you feel about that? Have you heard the song?
No, I haven't even checked it out, man.
Oh, okay.
I really didn't even know about it for real.
For sure. How about you, Dolo, man?
No, I ain't heard it, but I saw it in a little trending thing, you know, so, you know, kind of, you get to listen to it, see what's going on with it.
For sure. He fake went a little crazy. It ain't gonna flat.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah. For sure. So, besides all of that, man, that's basically what's trending for right now. I want to get into a little bit about your personal life and far as what you got going on business-wise, because I see you're the man of 1,000 moves. You got a lot of stuff going on, man. So,
God willing, bro.
Yes, sir. I want to get into that. So, you're a man of God, basically, in so many words.
For sure.
For sure that's
For
what's
sure.
up, bro. I peeped that.
For sure.
For sure, that's dope. So, as far as music and business wise, what do you have going on?
Well, as far as just like my business itself, so you know, just working with artists, man. Just I feel like a lot of the artists that I am working with too, like I kind of help artists like help build their artistry up a little bit too. You know, some definitely come in knowing exactly what they do, which makes it easier for me in a sense too. But the ones that like come in, you know what I'm saying, trying to get things together of what they already have planned to come in with, you know what I mean. I kind of guide them, you know, in a way of where they want to go with it, you know what I mean, to bring it out of them a little more.
For sure. So basically, you're an engineer.
Yeah. I'm a studio engineer, producer a little bit as far as like beat making, and sometimes an artist. Not a lot of people know that I actually do that I am an artist, but yeah, that's more like, you know, unknown for real. But yeah, me and brother Rick, which some of y'all actually know who that is. He's kind of like he's my uncle, you know what I mean, and he's a TikTok sensation. You know, he has actually I don't really know his followers right now, but yeah, I can't really speak on that. But I know he has several followers, like several thousand followers, and he has a few videos with 1 million views on it. And but me and him, we actually are working on a project right now, that's featuring me as an artist. So y'all be on the lookout for that.
That's dope, bro.
That's
For sure. So when did you first get involved in music?
Man, shoot, since I was like a baby, like 2 years old, man. Yeah, I was actually going to the church, you know, on Sunday. My grandma, my dad's mom, she was an usher at this church called Union Missionary Baptist Church, and yeah, she was like one of the main ushers there, and she would take me like a lot of the time. I'm not sure, like I think like every weekend I was with her, she would take me, and I would, like, when the choir would play when the choir would sing and the musician would play, it's something about the drums that just really stood out to me. it was really something about like the kick, man, like the bass drum. You know, it kind of gravitated towards me for real, and that's kind of what made me get involved in playing the drums. So that was actually like my first musical thing with the drums.
For sure. So, did you grow up in Normal your whole life?
Not my whole life. So I was born in Bloomington Normal, and then in 2004, which I was 7, I ended up moving to Vancouver, Washington, which is the state. And I stayed out there for about like 5 years and came back in 2009, and I've been here ever since.
So, how was life in Vancouver, Washington?
Man, from what I remember, man, it was pretty nice, man. The weather was pretty nice. It snowed sometimes, right? But it didn't snow a lot. But since it didn't snow a lot, they didn't have snowplows at the time. Now, it's been a minute since I've been there, so I don't know if they changed that. But yeah, so when I was living there, they didn't have snowplows. So like, even if it was like less than an inch of snow, they would cancel the schools.
Oh wow.
For real, yeah. So on them days, bro, us, like me and the kid, you know what I'm saying? We would just go out there, playing the snowball fights, all types of stuff like that. So,
no doubt. So, what school did you go to when you moved back to Bloomington Normal?
Oh yeah, that was junior high. Parkside Junior High.
Parkside. So, did you go to Normal West?
No, I went to a community.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because where I was living, that was like the district cut off.
For sure. Yeah, I know they're pretty weird about that because I know I stayed in Bloomington, but I went to Normal. So how the district is out here is kind of sketchy. But at the end of the day, man, it is what it is. What type of student were you in high school?
Man, when I was chill, bro, low key, like for real.
For sure.
Yeah, I was just really out the way, bro.
No doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
So, when you got out of high school, is that when you really got involved with the music and started taking it serious? At what age did you get serious with the music?
So, I say my sophomore year in high school, one of my homies at the time, he introduced me to GarageBand on the iPhone. You know what I mean? It's I don't know if anybody knows what Logic is, but it's kind of like the generic version of that. So, he introduced me to that, and I started just making beats, and actually, so I was teaching myself how to make beats, and so I would go on YouTube and listen to songs and kind of like mimic, like literally like how, like the structure of the beat and all that. And once I got the groove of it, of like how to structure my beats as far as like intro, hook, verse, and so on, I started making my own beats. And once I got in the flow of that, I would bring it back to my homies, and I would show them like during class, and they were like, "Yo, this shit kind of hard," you know what I mean? And then so they had a after school program. I forgot what it was called, but basically like they would allow us to like record music and stuff like that. So like me and a few of our homies, we would stay after school and record on the beats that I made on my iPhone. And that's kind of like, so that's what started my like producing side. And fast forward, what year did we meet, bro? Was that like 2016?
I think it was probably 2015, 14, maybe it was 15.
I think it was like 15.
Yeah, cause I fake just laughed because I remember when you was making the beats on the phone.
Yeah.
And I remember you used to watch Busy Works Beats.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Busy Works Beats, man. No, he's the one who really like I really learned as far as like making beats, man. Like he's really professional and technical when it comes to making beats, man. So
the master.
Yeah. So
you said 2015. You said we met.
Yeah, so that's when me and bro officially met, man. We met at the mall.
Nah, we didn't meet at the mall. I seen y'all at the mall, and we was in Aeropostale. I remember that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, who is y'all? You feel they was
Right.
they was you the
No,
Rice.
but that was the first conversation we had because I think.
I don't think we even talked that day though.
No, you came up. I remember you came up to it.
Oh, okay, wait. So
because you asked
no,
what we do.
because y'all was looking at first, and I'm what, and then I think we probably did when I'm talking. That's how we got the FL stuff. And we got
yeah, because I think I told you I had made beats or whatever, and you were like, and I think you said you did too or something like that. And then we ended up, setting a date. No, you told me
change that. Say change that. You feel me?
No, we set a time.
No, did it?
Yeah,
I said, wait a minute. We're recording.
Nah, you had I think we exchanged numbers or whatever, and then I think like either a few days or a few weeks later, you hit me up talking about you selling FL.
Yeah. Okay.
FL12.
So you on point then? Because I ain't gonna lie, I was driving. I'm like, how did I meet UTK?
Yeah.
And that's how it was. Because at that time, I was selling FL Studios
Yeah.
to different people. So I'd be on Facebook like, hey. Anybody trying to make beats?
So
hey, I got you
Facebook
for a dub.
Yeah.
So then you
matter of fact, you made a post, didn't you?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't think we had chopped it up, bro. In the mall for real. I happened to put two and two together when you hit me up, and then you hit me up for the pack.
Right.
I'm like, oh, that's the same bro from the mall. Then we got to chopping it up, and then we I installed the FL, and then we just got cool after the.
Yeah, because it was funny because I remember specifically when you came to the crib to install on my computer as you was doing it, I was playing you the beats, and you was just in awe. You was like, you made this on your phone?
Right.
I'm like, yeah, bro. You were like, see, that's what I'm giving you.
No cap. I'm like, you need this.
For real.
You need it because if you could do that shit on your phone, imagine when you get FL Studio.
That's exactly what you said too.
Like,
I remember. Yeah.
I make beats, so I'm like, wait, on your phone? I didn't know you could even do that.
Right.
So yeah, that's how that's how it happened.
Yeah. So after he gave me FL, man, from there, man, I just kept getting into it, man. So really, I was producing before I started engineering. But even before producing, for like junior high, I low-key was kind of rapping too a little bit. Like I had, some raps on my phones and stuff like that. I was more kind of like a Tiger, you know what I mean? For those of you who know, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Are you a freaky rapper?
Man.
That's what Tiger is. He's like a
kinda, yeah. Like I ain't gonna cap. He was one of my like influences on rapping, bro. Like him, I ain't gonna cap him, Lil Wayne. Really, like then too, like growing like junior high, it was Tiger and Wayne for me though, for real.
I ain't saying you wrong, cause I used to rock with Tiger too way back in the day. A lot of people think Tiger lame, but
what it is though, it was a swag though. I like the swag for real.
Type shit. Cause he sure did have the clothing line back in the day.
Yeah.
Had what's that girl named Honeycomb? Not Honey something. You know the Asian artist or whatever.
Yeah, you know her name?
No, I don't know.
Nah, but for sure. So you was right, but you was writing freaky raps.
Some would, you know what I mean?
He was rapping like Tiger, like his flow type shit.
Kinda, yeah, more like,
For sure.
Yeah, so
to clarify.
Yeah, but in high school, that's when I got into the producing tip.
Okay.
And then, so after high school, which actually, so I ended up, my sophomore year, I ended up dropping out. I had a lot going on. I just couldn't really focus for real. My dad, he actually passed away. That was like one of the main reasons why I couldn't really focus in a sense. You know, my head was just kind of just messed up off of that.
Sorry to hear that, bro.
Oh no, for sure. Shit. But yeah, so I ended up dropping out. Would have been my junior year, and so I ended up getting my GED, and they had a work program and stuff like that too. So I was working and getting my GED at the same time. And the program, it was like, I want to say 2 years. It was like a 2-year program. And so towards the end of me getting my GED and the work program finishing, I had to figure out what I was gonna do. You know what I mean? And I really didn't know, honestly, what I was gonna do, for real. But one of my older homies, he so happened to call me on my break, and he was telling me about Full Sail University, and he was just telling me, like, hey bro, man, he was like, you should really look into going, man. I think it will help you out with what you got going on and stuff like that with your producing and stuff. And I was like, all right, bet. I mean, I'll check it out, check it out some more, whatever. So think like later that day or something, I ended up like looking more into it, and shoot, it looked really interesting to me. I think I called him back, and I think I slid to his crib, and I think like we looked into it some more and all that, and I think that's when I ended up calling the school to register. So that was yeah. So I got my GED 2016, yeah, in 2016, and then I enrolled in Full Sail in 2017, and so I did I did audio production, and it was a 29-month class, and yeah, so I ended up doing that, and I ended up getting my degree in audio production. It's a science degree in audio production. So that and
Congratulations.
yeah, gratitude. And but yeah, during that time, like, man, yeah, during that time, during like the 3 years in a sense, man, that's when like my life kind of really changed for real. You know, I had some things going on personally in my household with my mom and my sister. My sister ended up moving out, and then shortly after her, I ended up moving out to Brother Rick crib. And he's what inspired me to, you know, really like follow Jesus like I do. You know what I mean? He's a big well, I would say he's the biggest inspiration, but he's really a leader. You know what I mean? He's one of the teachers that we have on Bible studies on the Sabbath on Saturdays, and but yeah, so I ended up moving in with him, but before I moved in with him, I was still like going to Sunday church or whatever, and but he had like one rule pretty much, was I had to follow, was just to keep the laws, according to scripture, and which part of that is keeping the Sabbath, you know what I mean? That's really like one of the big things, you know what I mean? So, and with my situation, man, I ain't even hesitate, you know what I mean? So, one of the things, like, shoot, within like, I think a few days of me talking to him about moving in, shoot, I got my stuff, moved in his crib. And yeah, so during that time I was still going to school and stuff, and I was actually, running my studio business in his crib. And he also cut hair too. He's a barber. He has a barber shop in his basement. And so when I was living there, I had my studio and he had his barber shop. So, we would call like the one-stop shop, because some of my clients would get their haircuts and then vice versa or whatever. So, yeah, so in 2020, that's when I graduated from Full Sail. And then a few months, I graduated in August of 2020. And then a few months later, I moved out, got my own place. And since then, shoot, I just been getting into it with my audio engineering.
That's what's up, bro. So it sounds like you've been doing this music stuff pretty much your whole life, man. You got a lot of experience in it. So anybody out there, man, that wants to record or anything like that, man, get in tune with bro, because he has a lot of experience in it. He went to school. He's been doing it basically his whole life, man. And I'm going to keep it real. I always tell bro, man, when it comes to like the mixing, I mean, not just the mixing, as far as the engineering, that's what I want to say. When it comes to the engineering, hands down, man, as far as in the 309, in my opinion, you got it, bro, on the engineering, bro, because your engineering is next to none, man. Like you just said, you went to school for this stuff, so it hits different, you know what I'm saying? So if you guys would like to record some quality music, definitely get in tune with bro. Now, as far as how the people can get in tune with you, how can the people get in tune with you if they want to record some music?
So you guys can hit me up on Facebook. It's under my
Well,
It's under my real name, Stephon Joyce, hyphen Shadow Up, but y'all could just probably just type in Stephon Joyce and it'll pop up. That'd be my main social media I'll be on for real. Yeah, y'all can just hit me up on there, and I could send y'all the link.
Sure.
You know, or you know, you can ask me for the number, for my number, and I can give it to y'all that way too.
Now, Dolo's a producer too, and you guys, like you say, you guys got some history together. So I would like Dolo to ask you some questions too, man. Producer to producer, you know what I'm saying? Because you guys definitely have some history together.
Okay, I usually don't try to be on the phone when I do the interviews. Try to, you know, we kind of was on the fly. But I wrote a list of questions down. You know, I'd like for you to answer it. UTK, you feel me?
So,
question I got, first one. I heard you talk about getting into the audio engineering after school. But what made you specifically pick audio engineering? Because even before SEL, you could pick all different type of stuff.
Right.
Like gaming, you could do this, you could do that. What made you pick audio engineering as the career specifically, bro?
well, originally when I was enrolling, right, I was talking to, you know, the person who I was enrolling with, and I was asking them like what, because there's audio production and music production, right? So originally, that's when my homie, you know, that's when he was referring me to do music production, you know what I mean, as far as like the beats and stuff, you know.
Right.
So I had that was the mindset I had going into it, right? But I was asking them questions. I kind of forgot like exactly what I asked, but they basically said that I would get more. No, I had asked them as far as like mixing goes, because I told them I knew how to make beats. I just needed better understanding how to mix.
Right.
And they were like, well, you should do audio production because that focuses more on like mixing sounds, you know what I mean? Like that realm like of all audio, you know what I mean? Right. And they also said I think I would have got more equipment with audio production versus music production.
I remember that. I remember when you got the equipment.
Yeah.
You came in there with a. I remember sitting right there, bro.
Yeah. I
remember you came through with the big old audio box. I said, "That's from school."
Yeah, it's called a lunchbox.
Yeah, the lunchbox with the speakers, the headphones. I used to come over to make beats just to use your speakers, bro.
Yeah, I remember
I'd catch the bus to come over there, bro. Like for sure.
I had you lock in. I would lead the room.
Yeah,
you just do your thing.
I remember that. But that's a good. I'm glad bro direct you to the audio engineering because it make more sense. Like music, if you already musically inclined, like you said, you was in church. You feel me? You already know basically the basics of music. You feel me? This allowed you to polish it, bro. So for sure. My second question, bro. You know, audio engineers, you know, use a lot of plugins and VSTs. So when you're in the middle of a session or whenever you're doing what you're doing in the studio, what's your favorite plugin VST to use? And the plugin, for the people that don't know, because everybody not musically inclined, a plugin and a VST is like effects. It makes certain things. It make your vocal or your beat or your instrument sound a different way.
Yeah, it process whatever sound you're working on.
Right, and make it sound like it filters it.
Yeah,
it makes it sound different. Like so, sometimes you be hearing these different sounds. They probably use a VST or something like that. But yeah, what's your favorite VST to go to? What's your go-to, man?
So I don't really have a go-to, right? Because I use like on my vocal chain, I use about 8 to 10, right, for a specific purpose. You know what I mean? Because you can't, especially when it comes to like mixing, you can't just use like really one plugin and call it that. Mm-hmm. Now, don't get me wrong. They've had more recently in the past, especially with AI technology now. They have some plugins that have multiple you know you know what I mean, like a compression, EQ, all that. Yeah. You know what I mean? I have some of those, but I essentially, like I said, I use like actual like EQ itself and the compression. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. But as far as like now, I could tell you like as far as like the brand of VSTs that I use.
Go ahead, kick it off.
I use Waves. Like that's mainly what I use.
So you promote Waves over Ozone?
Well, see, okay, I use Ozone to master.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, but Waves, like that's my main like, you know, compression and EQ plugins and stuff like that. I haven't, cause I'm looking more into like, you know, the what's the other brands?
It's
like
a bunch I couldn't even
like
think
the
of.
Pro.
I know you're talking about the one they got. It's like the Pro L, the Pro C. That's the one I got, but I can't even think of what it's called.
I can't
talking about that filter. What's it called? You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what we talking about.
Yeah, bro. I can't think of it.
But the reason I asked though is just because different engineers have their own little sauce. So basically, that's what you.
Yeah, so mine is usually waves.
Waves.
But
Okay.
yeah, I'm thinking about
the wave.
Branching out a little bit and using some others. But
Sure.
right now, it's doing me just fine. And I'm always learning, man. Like and that's one thing with any profession you do. Like you can't have that mentality to to say you're the best. You know what I mean? Because me personally, I feel like if somebody say they the best, I feel like they stuck right there. You know what I mean? Like you're limiting yourself. You know what I mean? So like when artists say, oh man, you the GOAT. Hey, honestly, I say praise Jesus, because at the end of the day, it ain't even me, man. It's God that allows me to do what I do. You know what I mean? So
that's real.
Yeah, and me personally, like just like the artist is their biggest, the artist is their own biggest critic. I'm my own biggest critic. You know what I mean? Like I'm still, I'll be listening to mixes that I've done, that's out, from the from my clients and stuff. I'll be like, man, I could have done this, could have done that. You know what I mean? But it's all about a feeling. You know what I mean? You have to know what feels good. You know what I mean? And usually once you get to that, okay, that sound right, then that's when you should stop. Because we can look at a mix, for hours, years. You know what I mean?
Add everything to it.
And no cap, like that's why I always kind of refer to Michael Jackson, man. I watched the interview, and he says he was never ever satisfied with any of his music, bro.
Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Beat It?
Yeah. Like he said, all his songs, like he didn't, he didn't like any of his songs, bro. Like he was never satisfied.
Well, that's because he's probably a perfectionist.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like when your own biggest critic, bro, it's like you're essentially never satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
But you have, that's why I say you have to know that moment it sound good and feel good. Just leave it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's why Michael Jackson has such a big team of experts, because he couldn't settle for himself.
It's done, Mike. It's done.
Yeah. Oh, for real. Yeah. So that's why that's why I always refer to him. Because he's like the big, one of the biggest artists.
The greatest.
You feel me?
The greatest. Ain't no another Michael Jackson.
Yeah. So that coming from him, you know what I mean? It's just like, yo, like if he's saying that, then you know what I mean? It's like you just have to know. You just have to know when it's good enough.
Okay, for sure. I'm glad you said that, because that was gonna be another question, but you answered that as well with the other one, so it's a combo answer. You know what I'm saying? So my next question would have to be, after the VSTs, who is your favorite engineer?
Wow, that's a good one. Favorite engineer?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
What sound do you gravitate towards?
Man, like I don't really have a favorite, right? Cause when I take the time to be in my learning phases, you know what I mean? I'll literally just look up, how to mix what, rap vocals, whatever, and I'll just, just watch the video. And most of the time I'll find some good tutorials, you know what I mean? But to say some names, it's crazy, bro. I can't even think of the names right now. That's crazy. Hold on, let me pull out my phone real quick, bro.
Now, is an engineer and a producer the same thing?
An engineer and a producer.
So
differently.
So they
you asking, bro?
I'm asking both of y'all.
Oh, you go ahead, kick it up.
So they're the same thing but different, right? Because it all depends on how you're looking at it, right?
Right.
Because typically, I guess the industry, right? Like we would think a producer would be somebody who make beats,
right,
and an engineer would be somebody who mixes audio, right?
Mm-hmm.
But from the talks that we had earlier,
behind the scenes kind of.
Yeah, I know you were saying a producer can be multiple things of the music,
right?
And so I understand that aspect too, because so let's say, right, producer, right, that's like the broad, right? So once we break it down, right, you got the beat maker,
right,
and then the engineer,
right.
both producing, right?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
Different
I
ways.
can see that perspective, but I can also see your perspective as far as just a producer being somebody who make the beats and the engineer being, or
I think
engineer
the
being
producer.
somebody who
I think the
mixes.
producer is a real producer. It to me is bigger than just beat making. You feel me? To me,
Exactly.
how I put a producer, how I would clarify it, or I think I said the wrong word. I would classify it. A producer is someone like kind of like a conductor. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the one that gets everything together. He leads the song. He leads the session. He leads the direction of the song, the music, where it's finna go. You feel me? Audio engineer to me is someone that they take all of that was done from the conductor, and then he gets the mixing and he gets the putting it where it need to be, making it sound how it need to sound. So it's like, yeah, y'all producing in different ways. He's producing vocals. The music producer is producing like from instruments. So to me, that's like two different. It's the same. They under the same genre, but it's like different fields, bro, under the genre. It's like kind of like how you got like rock, you got alternative rock, you got soft rock, you got hard rock, you got this. So like, yeah, we both producing, but it's two different things. That's why when you say you go to school for music production or audio production, it's two different things. But they connected, but it's two different worlds, kind of.
Yeah.
Feel me? But
Yeah, they definitely intertwine with each other because
you know what I'm saying?
when I looked up the courses for each of them,
Yeah.
some they both had some of the same courses or classes or whatever.
Yeah, a lot of vice versa stuff going on.
Yeah.
So we got on that. So another question that I have for you, Mr. UTK, is what motivates you to keep going each and every day?
Jesus,
Break it down.
man, he's my strength, bro. Like, you know, I try to read scripture every morning, man, to, you know, just get my day going, you know. Yeah, I mean, that's really like, what'd you say, motivation?
What motivates you to keep going every day?
Like, just in general.
Because sometimes we have days where we just want to give up. I know sometimes I had days where I'm in the dumps, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, And then it'd be like certain things that get me out that slump. Like, man, nah, keep going. You feel me? Like, I'll say this, I'm like 49 days sober right now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't drinking 49 days. And like a lot of times what I do when I'm feeling down in the dumps, I hit the bottle. You feel me? I go kill the bottle. You feel me? I might smoke some. I might fire black up or something. You know what I'm saying? I might do all type of shit. You feel me? Stuff I know I don't need to do. And there be certain things. Like sometimes I might a sermon or something, or think about my family, or think about the people that need me to keep going, that need me around. You know, get me out my slump. So like, what motivates you when you having them days to keep pushing through it all?
Bro, I just try to pray, bro, and you know, ask for strength, bro, and guidance, and you know, no distractions. You know what I mean? Because it can get really distracting, you know, from what you want to do. You know what I mean?
That's real.
Yeah, but yeah, as far as just pure motivation, bro, like that's who motivates me, honestly, bro. Like, you know, and he helps self motivate me. You know what I mean? Just the strength he gives me. You know what I mean? To you know, to do what I do. You know what I mean? You know, cause you know, not a lot of people understand that. Like, just cause you working for yourself, bro, like that don't mean you're not working. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like this is, to me, this is a 9-to-5 still. You know what I mean? It's just something that I enjoy doing, but there's definitely stress that comes behind it. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, it's like I said, it's fun. I enjoy it, but it's like, you know, I have to be motivated. You know what I mean?
For
So
sure.
that's what God put us on earth to do, is to work. Right.
Sure.
So I'm glad you giving your gift to the world, bro. Because like
sure.
we talked about, you owe that to the world.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Well, you broke it down and put God first. You know what I mean? Like everybody out there, put God first.
For sure.
My next question, man, going through the list again. So I know you done had a gang of sessions over the years, man. What's your favorite studio session you've ever had in UTK Studios?
Man. Ever?
If you got any stories, go ahead and tell the viewers. Something that stood out, like, or just a feeling like, man, I remember that. I know I got a couple of those.
Man, that's a tough one. Like,
Go ahead, let it marinate.
yeah, I'm trying to think, man, cause man,
I'm playing, bro.
like I don't really have a specific, right? But to me, it'd be the sessions that like when the artists just come and just, cause me personally, right? Like the type of style of rap that I like is melodic. You know what I mean? Like the melodic rap. You know what I mean? So it would be like the clients that are, you know, that type of style come in and, you know, just do their thing, bro. Like those be like, you know, my favorite sessions. You know, just the ones that I could just naturally vibe with as far as just a listener and artist myself. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But I don't really have like any like specific like detailed stories.
Okay.
You know, it's just that's just the type of, you know, vibe I like. You know what I mean? Like those be the sessions that like I'll be like, yeah, like that was lit.
I feel that's so. Basically, what you say is basically it's like okay, a session where it's like you can be a fan as well,
Right.
and do your job at the same time.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
I got a couple. I got one, but I'm gonna keep going with the questions. But I do have a specific one in the studio. In fact, I see it because I just brought it up. So R.I.P. Jay Wills, you feel me? I remember when we was in the studio, sitting on the same couch, and bro was singing right there.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, and I remember this whole session. Everybody was in the building. It was like 5, 6, 7 of us, bro. And to me, that was a memorable session. We all went down the block, and when we was riding around, hey, yo, bro, hey, what this sound like, bro? He playing his preview songs. And bro was just a good dude. I remember around that time, he was like, ain't no way I'm doing a dolo beat and I don't get to meet you. You feel me? Like, he called my phone, like, bro, you gotta come through the studio, bro.
Yeah.
And then I remember we all came through. He was all politicking. We sitting outside on the picnic table.
Yeah.
I mean, we all was just vibing.
One of the coldest videographers too, man.
Right.
Jay Wills for sure.
R.I.P. Jay Wills for sure, man.
So, but we gonna keep it going. But yeah, I just want to say that because you know, bro is a legend, still a legend. You feel me? But next question is what are your do's and don'ts in the studio?
Do's and don'ts in the studio.
Yeah, when they come in the UTK studio, what should you do and what should you not do?
Man, just respect what I got going on, honestly. You know, when it comes to the business, you know, I try to stay as professional as possible, you know what I mean? You know, I pretty much, you know, let people, you know, do what they want as long as it ain't, you know, offensive, you know what I mean? To me personally, I guess, you know what I mean? And I guess others around. But yeah, I mean, shoot, there's a lot of do's and don'ts. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it could be you know what I mean? Like, you know, just overall, just, you know, just respect what I got going on. That's really it, you know what I mean? And, you know, I try to carry myself in a way that, you know what I mean, that, you know, I can be respected and that, you know, you understand how I run things, you know what I mean? And if you don't, you know what I mean, I would expect or would like if, you know, you clarify what is being, you know, what's not understood, you know what I mean? And hopefully I can, you know, clear it up and we have a better understanding.
Okay, for sure. You just broke it down. So
For sure.
we're gonna respect it. You feel me? The next question, I think I got 2 more. Are you hands-on in the studio with an artist, or do you let the artist just do their thing when they come into your studio?
So,
how's the process of that?
Yeah, so like I said, a lot, like I say majority of the time, like majority of the time, the clients still come, you know, with, you know, the material all ready to go, you know what I mean? And already knowing how they want to do things, right? Then you got some who have an idea but not sure, you know? The ones that have an idea but not sure, those are the ones who I work with more to try to accomplish what they're going for, right? You know, but even the ones that do know how they come in, you know what I mean? Like, once I work with you for, you know, for a minute and I understand your sound, your vibe, whatever, if you record and I know you're not bringing that energy that I know you could bring, I'm gonna have you punch in again. You know what I mean? So to answer that question specifically,
You need that.
yes, I'm hands on. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the artist's work is my work. You know what I mean? So
exactly, and that's important.
yeah,
Definitely important.
you know.
For sure.
And
go ahead.
And you know, a lot of my clients, consistent clients, know I don't like rush work. You know what I mean? And that's why we ain't really break down my prices, services, and all that. But
Go ahead, the floor is
that's
yours.
why I have, you know, those of you that know my prices, you know, broke it down based upon, you know, the service, right? You know, so the recording is 35, recording mixing is 40, recording mixing mastering is 50. You know what I mean? So I have that breaking down just of the fact that some artists would take like majority, if not the whole hour, just to record, right? And now, don't get me wrong, my template, you know, like the session template, it has like a pre quote unquote rough mix. That's what I call it already, you know. So it's not all the way dry. It's still something, but it's not like what I would normally do if I go in and really like, you know, mix it for real, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, so that's why I really have, like I said, my services broken down how they are, just because I don't like to rush work. You know what I mean? I feel like if I'm rushing, then it's not as good as it would be if I, you know, really, you know, do what I do. So, and now don't get me wrong, I work quick though. I do work quick. You know what I mean? I can't like, it take me like on average, it takes me like about 15 to 20 minutes to really like mix a song down to a T, mix and master, you know. But it also depends on the song itself, you know. Usually more tracks call for more time, you know what I mean? But as far as like getting like like your voice, EQ and compression, for those of you that knows what that is, you know, that like just the vocal chain itself, like 15, 20 minutes or less, you know. But I always say too, if an artist can get all the recording done within 30 minutes of the session, I should be able to have your song mixed and mastered within an hour, right? Because I know like a lot of times a client will only book an hour, right? And now I ain't gonna cap. I don't recommend booking an hour, just the fact that an hour, man, that goes so quick. Like literally, like you come in, cause first of all, with like I'll start the time essentially like with like on the dot of the hour, unless if I'm behind schedule, right? So, you know, let's say time is or appointment is at like 1 o'clock, right? You come at 1, boom. We still gotta download the beat, you know, get it set up, and that alone could, you know, take roughly like 5 minutes, you know. So that's already 5 minutes. You feel me? So you got what 55 minutes to, you know, record or whatever. You know what I mean? So, and that could take, like I said, 30 minutes, but it depends on the artist itself. Because some artists, they like to do 1-bar punch-ins. You know what I mean? And that alone could take the whole hour. You know what I mean? And it's funny too because of how long that takes. You would think we're farther in the song, but really we only did like not even like maybe like 8-10 bars. You know what I mean? So and it depends on, cause I ain't gonna cap too. I got some clients who is super raw at doing punch-ins though, like, and they quick with it. You know what I mean? So it just all, like I said, it all depends on the artist for real. You know what I mean? Depending on how quick they can record. You know, and you know, but I always, cause in some clients they'll book recording, mix and mastering, right? But I tell them, especially if it's on crunch time, be like, hey, I'm only gonna charge you for recording, you know what I mean? Or I'm only gonna charge you for, you know, what we do in within the session, you know, because I try to be fair on both ends, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Okay, for sure. So, my last question, man, and yeah, we heard all that, we heard everything you said, and you definitely just, you know, went in depth and did your thing with that. My last question of the day, you feel me, is cause we see this wall right here, so gang of mugs on this wall, bro.
I don't know if they can see the whole thing, but yeah.
You feel me? You know, got your logo and a lot of people on the wall. Who would you say is your favorite artist to work with?
Oh my gosh.
Feel me?
He pulled the favorite, man.
Who's your favorite?
Put you on the spot.
Man.
You can be favorites if you want to do it. Like, you don't got to be controversial, but you know, who you like working with?
I'm gonna be honest, right? Now that's 2 different questions. I don't have a favorite. Now I don't have a favorite because even the ones that I don't know how to put it, but like I like to work with everybody, man, because I see the potential in the less experience versus, you know, the more experience. You know, I see potential in everybody, you know what I mean? And if I feel like I could work with you to build upon what you have, shoot, you know, you good in my, you know, in my book. So I can't really say I have a favorite, man, because, you know, like everybody is so different, you know what I mean? Like everybody brings something different, you know? And yeah, I work with a lot of local, you know, I do work with some out of town, you know what I mean? But like even with the local, like everybody really different. Like there's not like too many that sound almost the same, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So everybody's really bringing, you know, diverse, you know, flows and sounds, you know, that, you know, I just enjoy working with, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's kind of tough to be like a favorite, you know, because I ain't gonna cap. One day I could be like, yeah, he's my favorite. Yeah, she my favorite. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like
That's just how you feel.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Shit,
Like,
you know
and
what I'm saying?
and music is all about feeling. You know what I mean? Because even the ones that quote unquote I would enjoy working with more with, you know, even some of their songs, you know, might not be as good as, you know, the other artists who, you know, I like to work with. You know what I mean? Like it just depends, man. You know what I mean? Because every good artist have bad songs.
They all do.
You know what I mean?
They all do.
So it's like, you know, like not everybody gonna like your music. Whether I don't
Tell the people.
Yeah, not everybody gonna like your music, man. You know, that's the truth. You know what I mean? And it might not even because they hate it, man. It just you know, it's just how they listening. You know what I mean? So, you know, and don't get discouraged, man. If you know what I mean, if you know people don't like your stuff, because at the end of the day, if only one person like it, you know what I mean, then that's all that matters, because that person can spread it to the next person that, you know, that they might think they don't rock with your stuff. You know what I mean? So, you know, at the end of the day, just keep doing what you're doing, and you know, maybe one day God allow, you know, that door to open for you. For sure.
No
Yeah,
doubt.
yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, man, as far as this project you and Brother Rick got, before we get up out of here, man,
Yeah.
what's the name of the project and when can the people be expecting the project, man? Because I heard some of the music over there, man, and you're very underrated
Man.
as far as music artists.
Man, this man said, what's the name of the project? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if I can disclose that information right now.
Okay.
Because
Confidential information.
That's
yeah,
why you
because
said that.
I ain't gonna cap, because it's still in the works.
For sure.
So,
And we're not 100% on the name yet. You know what I mean? Like we have the name that we want, but
yeah.
it's still, you know, we gotta still clear some things. You know what I mean? So
I understand.
it's in the
Yeah.
works. It's in the works.
yeah,
sure,
it's definitely in the works. Yeah,
sure.
but man, I ain't gonna cap. Like, you know, I feel like this project gonna be cool, man. And you know, it's like I said, man, it's like we're telling our story, man. Like, you know, really just our day-to-day struggle. You know what I mean? But in the sense of, you know, of who's in control, which, you know, we know God, you know what I mean, Jesus specifically, man, you know, and I like to push Jesus too, you know what I mean, not just God, you know, because God is broad, but that's really who God is, you know what I mean. So but yeah, man, like, you know, that's all, and that's why, man, like, nah, I don't want to get, you know, I don't get too into it, you know what I mean, but yeah, it's definitely in the works, you know what I mean. We plan to drop it, you know, in the summer, so be on the lookout, man.
I'm about to say it's right around the corner.
That's what's up,
Nah,
man.
for sure.
But it's definitely gonna be a dope project, man, for sure, man. Brother Rick, he's a dope artist. Shout out to him. You're a dope artist. I know you don't like to boast and brag a lot about yourself, man, but like I say, man, you're definitely underrated as far as music artistry, and I feel like when y'all drop this project, man, a lot of people can relate. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people gonna rock with it. But I noticed your fit, man. You got a nice outfit on, man. Where'd you get that from, man? Who made that?
Man, shout out Moses Young, man. You know, he got his own clothing brand called Loyalty over Royalty. Man, y'all can shop with him for real. His Facebook is Moses Young. You know, y'all can hit him up, man. Get y'all some merch. Very nice material, for sure.
For sure, man. Now, can you show the people real quick, man, the outfit real quick, man, so they can go ahead and check it out, because it's a nice outfit.
For sure.
Got the
Yes,
pink
sir,
with the
you
One
know.
in the back on the
Bag,
back loyalty.
I don't know if they can even see the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they can see
They
it.
can see
For
it.
sure, for sure.
For sure, man. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all definitely get in tune with Moses, man, and check out his clothing line and stuff like that, man. But before we get up off of here, man, I always like the guests, man, to give the people some life advice, man. Can you please give the people some advice, man?
Life advice, man. Man, that's life advice. Trying to think how to put it, man.
Just say whatever come to your heart, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm really trying to think, cause. Cause there's different ways I could put it, you know what I mean? But I'm not like I'm trying to.
Well, as far as the music, I heard some of your music, and you basically giving life advice even in your music, and you know,
like okay, best of life. I mean, best advice I could give, right? Is like, you know, nobody's struggling for nothing, right? You know, it don't matter how good you got it, right? You struggling, right? And best life advice I could give, bro, is, man, get right with Jesus, bro. Like, man, like, read the Bible. You know what I mean? I know there's a whole bunch of, you know, different books or whatever, but like, man, try to seek for, you know, salvation, man. Try to get saved, because, you know, shoot, you know, we all gonna perish, you know what I mean? So, you know, just try to get right with him, for sure. That's the best advice I can give y'all.
Felt that.
Straight up.
well, man, I appreciate having y'all on the show, man, and
Appreciate
I'm grateful
you,
to have
man.
y'all on the show, man, for sure,
Appreciate
for sure,
you.
man. This is West Trending Podcast. You already know it's going down like the Titanic.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, with this.
For sure.
Man, I really hesitated on that, though, because,
You did.
like, I ain't gonna cap, bro.
It's a deep
Like,
question, though.
it is, because I didn't want to just, like, I didn't want to seem too controversial, and I didn't want to seem too gimmick. You know what I mean?
What you mean controversial?
Like, putting Jesus, like, out there in a way that,
So you believe in, right?
yeah, but it's just like,
What you care about?
I know, but
you said
But
that
yeah,
Jesus, bro.
that's why I was like, that's why I kind of threw the music thing. in.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
what
glad.
you talk about in the music, like keep it real.
yeah,
bro.
because
You know what I'm
when you
saying?
said that, because, like, my
If that's
music,
what you stand on. Everybody
Yeah.
different, bro.
yeah, because
You know what I'm
I
saying?
talk about struggle, you know, with
Yeah.
that, but it's, you know, but I know who's in control, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So yeah,
Everybody might not be a fan of Jesus or may not believe in Jesus, but you do. So it's like,
Exactly.
it don't matter if they don't believe.
Yeah.
You
It
still
don't,
push, you
it
still
don't
gotta push
matter
your
who
message.
you is. Everybody not
messenger.
gonna agree with everything you
Exactly.
do,
Right.
no matter what you
Exactly.
do. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You
Hey.
can be the fakest or the realest.
You can't
You're not
even
gonna agree with
cut that
everything
gap
you
out,
do.
huh?
You know what I'm saying?
You can't cut that gap out, huh?
Everything wrong with it's all good. It ain't that. It's not that.
You talking about pondering this when you was sitting there like trying to think
That's
about
what
it.
make it
But
authentic.
shit is
Yeah.
real. That's real though.
Yeah, I
like,
ain't gonna cap. Yeah, because it's like, you know.
How long the interview? I wonder was it
Yeah.
30, 40, 50? What you about to say? UTK?
Yeah,
No, it's about